What is the best fish for heart health and diabetes? Why I talk about heart and diabetes is mainly if you have even pre-diabetes, your risk of heart attacks increases by around 30%. Research suggests that those with pre-diabetes have a threefold higher prevalence of silent or unrecognized heart attacks and face nearly double the risk of needing heart bypass surgery or stents. Isn't it worth preventing it altogether? When it comes to heart health and diabetes, the food we choose every day quietly shapes our future in ways we often do not notice at first. You might have heard that fish is good for the heart and blood sugar, but not all fish are equal, and some types clearly stand out when we look at what research has shown over many years. So the real question is not just eat fish, but which fish gives you the most benefit with the least risk and fits into daily life without confusion or stress. Now, the main reason fish is so powerful is because of omega-3 fats, and these are natural fats that your body cannot make on its own, but they play a big role in reducing inflammation, improving blood flow, and helping your heart beat in a steady rhythm. Research shows that people who eat fish rich in omega-3 fats about 2 to 3 times per week can reduce their risk of heart disease by around 30%, which is not a small number when you think about long-term health. But when it comes to diabetes, the story becomes even more interesting because these same omega-3 fats help improve how your body responds to insulin, and they can lower inflammation and help slowly repair blood vessels over time. Let us start with one of the best known fish, salmon, because this fish often comes up first for a good reason, and it is one of the most researched foods for heart health. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fats, including EPA and DHA, and a single serving of about 100 grams can give you around 2 grams of omega-3, which is more than what most daily recommendations suggest. But what makes salmon even better is that it also contains high-quality protein, vitamin D, and selenium, and these nutrients together support muscle strength, immune function, and overall metabolic balance. Research has shown that eating salmon regularly can lower triglycerides by about 15% to 30%. And triglycerides are a type of fat in the blood that is strongly linked to heart disease risk. But for someone with both diabetes and heart disease like me, lowering triglycerides is not just about the heart. It also helps improve how the body handles sugar after meals, which is very important for daily blood sugar control. Now let us talk about sardines, because they are small, affordable, and surprisingly powerful when it comes to health benefits, even though many people overlook them. Sardines are packed with omega-3 fats, calcium, and vitamin B12, and because they are small fish, they have lower levels of mercury compared to larger fish, which makes them safer for regular eating. Mercury is a heavy metal we should avoid at all costs. Research suggests that people who include sardines in their diet can see improvements in cholesterol levels, with increases in good cholesterol by around 5% to 10% over time. While we are in the middle of the video, if you think this video is useful, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. It is a simple help to me in encouraging me to make more videos. But the real advantage for diabetes is that sardines have almost zero carbohydrates, and they provide steady energy without causing spikes in blood sugar, which makes them a very stable protein choice. Next, let us look at mackerel, which is another oily fish that is often considered one of the best for heart health, especially varieties like Atlantic mackerel. Small canned fish also give you calcium. Mackerel is extremely rich in omega-3 fats, sometimes even more than salmon, and it also contains coenzyme Q10, which supports energy production in the heart muscles. I take the canned version as they are easy to prepare, like a salad or cooked. Research shows that regular intake of mackerel can reduce blood pressure slightly by about 2 to 4 mmHg, which may sound small, but over years, this can reduce the risk of stroke and heart attacks significantly. But for diabetes, mackerel helps in another way, because its healthy fats slow down digestion, which means glucose enters the bloodstream more gradually, helping avoid sharp spikes. Now let us talk about tuna, because many people eat tuna regularly, especially canned tuna, and it is convenient and easy to include in meals. Tuna does contain omega-3 fats, but usually less than salmon or mackerel, and larger tuna species can have higher mercury levels, which is something to be aware of if eaten too often. Research suggests that moderate consumption of tuna, about 1 to 2 times per week, can still support heart health, but it is better not to rely on it as the main fish choice every day. But for diabetes, tuna is still a good protein source, low in fat and carbohydrates, and it helps maintain muscle mass, which is important because muscle tissue helps regulate blood sugar. Tell me in your comments, what is your favorite type of protein? So I can do my next video on that. Thanks. Let us not forget trout, especially rainbow trout, because it is often farmed in cleaner environments and has a good balance of omega-3 fats and protein. They are generally more expensive in Australia. Trout provides around 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of omega-3 per serving, and it also contains potassium, which helps control blood pressure and fluid balance. Research has shown that diets including trout can improve markers of heart health, including lowering LDL cholesterol slightly, which is often called bad cholesterol. But for people managing diabetes, trout is gentle on blood sugar, and it fits well into balanced meals without causing sudden changes in glucose levels. Now, here is something important that many people do not realize, and that is the way fish is cooked can completely change its health benefits. If you take a healthy fish like salmon and deep fry it, the added unhealthy fats can cancel out many of the benefits, and it can even increase inflammation instead of reducing it. But when fish is grilled, baked, or lightly pan-cooked with minimal oil, it keeps its natural nutrients and works in your body the way it is supposed to. Research suggests that people who eat baked or grilled fish have a lower risk of heart disease compared to those who eat fried fish regularly, with differences as high as 15% to 20%. Now let me talk about portion size, because even healthy foods need balance, and eating too much of anything is not always better. Most guidelines suggest about 2 to 3 servings of fish per week, with each serving around 100 to 150 grams, and this amount is enough to provide heart and metabolic benefits. But for someone with diabetes, spacing these servings across the week helps maintain steady benefits instead of having all at once and then none for days. Another point to think about is variety, because eating different types of fish gives your body a wider range of nutrients and reduces the risk of exposure to any one contaminant, like mercury. But you do not need to make it complicated. Even rotating between salmon, sardines, and mackerel can give you most of the benefits you are looking for. Now let us connect everything clearly, because the goal is not just to eat fish, but to support your heart and manage diabetes in a practical way that fits daily life. Fish rich in omega-3 fats help reduce inflammation, improve blood vessel function, lower triglycerides, and support stable heart rhythms, all of which reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes. But at the same time, these fish help improve insulin sensitivity, reduce blood sugar spikes, and support overall metabolic balance, which is essential when living with diabetes. Research consistently shows that people who follow a diet, including fatty fish, have better long-term outcomes for both heart health and blood sugar control compared to those who do not include fish regularly. But here is the honest part. No single food can fix everything, and fish works best when combined with a balanced diet, regular movement, and proper medical care when needed. So if you're thinking about the best fish, the simple answer is this: salmon, sardines, and mackerel are at the top, followed by trout and moderate amounts of tuna, and this combination gives a strong foundation. But the best fish for you is also the one you can eat regularly, enjoy, and prepare in a healthy way without turning it into a burden or a strict rule. Because consistency over months and years is what really changes health outcomes, not short bursts of perfect eating that are hard to maintain. And if you have had diabetes for many years, your body benefits even more from steady, small improvements rather than sudden, extreme changes that do not last. So start simple. Maybe add fish 2 times this week, cook it in a clean way, and notice how your body feels, because small steps build into big results over time. If you think this video is useful, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. It is a simple help to me, encouraged to make more videos. Thanks.